So my name is Emeroy. I am always.
Another school gig, first gig after 2 days, not being able to do anything, of shows being canceled and whatnot.
We are Antics Performance. That's the name of our group. Everybody say hi, Antics! Hi, see you, Hannah and Elementary. Nice to see you guys today. We're glad we can make it out. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna do some dancing. Who in here likes to dance? Raise your hand. Okay, hands down, hands down. It's good to see you. All right, so we've been through the introductions. Now we're gonna show you guys what we do. So, if you're ready to see this show, everybody say yeah! Who's ready to learn some dance moves themselves? Yeah? Alright, so we're gonna go through it. We're gonna introduce to you guys some different styles of dance. And then what we're gonna do is bring you up and teach you some moves. Okay? So, if you like to dance, this is gonna be a good day for you.
Okay.
Hi guys. So, the dance style that I primarily do is called locking. Okay, not locking your doors. Okay, this dance style was originated in my hometown, Los Angeles. Okay. It was created by a guy named Don Campbell. He was an art student, and he was trying to learn a dance called the Funky Chicken. Okay. The thing is, he didn't know how to dance. So what happened when he was trying to learn it, he froze up. He was like, am I doing it right? And then, obviously he wasn't. So what happened after was, when his friends would see him at parties, they would look at him and be like, Don, do that locking thing you do. So what originally was, he was trying to create something, he created something entirely new. A new dance style called locking, or originally called Campbell locking, because that whole name is Don Campbell. Okay? So one of the reasons I love this dance is because he didn't know how to dance, but he created one of the most popular dances all over the world. From Europe, Japan, here in the US. Okay? And I think the main point is, just because you don't know how to do something, doesn't mean you can't create something.
If you know a teacher that can dance, point that teacher out. We want to get him up here dancing. I see a couple teachers. I see a couple of them. Let's get those teachers out here. Let's go. It's all about community, baby. Come on. There you are. We got one. We need a leader.
They're going to be the students today, and you're going to be the teachers, yeah?
Have a seat. Have a seat.
So baby, tell me how I'll make you feel. 5, 6, 7, 8. And baby, tell me.
If you guys got something in your life that you love to do, keep doing it. Keep it a healthy practice, and you can make that your career too if you want, okay? You guys have been an excellent audience. We want to thank you so much for watching us and dancing with us. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right, so that is the end of the assembly. We are ending this performance.
Really good assembly at CR Hannah. Went a little bit more all out this time, or a little bit more full out. Did my flip, a little bit more hardcore on my sets. Just got word from the rest of Antics. They are not going to be making it at 11 a.m. today because their flight was canceled due to weather conditions. They're going to have to drive here. It's only like a 2-3 hour drive, like driving to San Diego. The difference is we normally don't have to drive through these type of weather conditions.
But the mystery is like, what is this anomaly of weather that's not allowing them to fly their fucking plane? You know what I mean?
Different if they're arriving on the days that it was crazy.
Apparently the other Antics members are here. I wonder where they're at. Oh, they're down here. Do some drugs.
What?
Best trip ever, right?
It was super adventurous.
How's the trip?
I think we're all gonna get sick today.
Super long. Alright, not too long after Antics gets here, my mom just arrived. So, how you doing?
How are you?
Ooh, it's nice out there.
Nice out there.
It's so cold here.
Are those the shoes?
Yeah, this is
Clutch.
for close as much as, you know, and bookkeeping, and then I have the file tabs. Yeah. Because, okay, it's fine. Love you.
Came here to visit me for like 5 minutes or 20
It's not
minutes.
5 minutes.
That was an exaggeration, Mom. Alright, so we got C in the back and Amanda over there.
Hi.
They broke up the original crew. So
Sorry.
They were on it.
I know they were on it. They were on time.
Come first serve. The bird gets the worm.
So
And the chicken.
and so the performance tonight is at the Fig Art Museum over here in Davenport, Iowa. Look at what's going on right now. It's so dope.
From beginning to end, and I realized that like the group routines are going to be problematic, and we would have to restage them. Either take some people out, just straight take them out, or put other additional people on the floor, and then have everything else happen up there, adapted. That was my thought, and then we could have a Q&A after that, or whatever. You guys can talk about the school shows, and then after that we could do crop circles, such as we are able on there.
All right.
Come on, dance girls.
Showtime.
Really?
Showtime.
Here we go. I'm gonna see if I can set up my camera in the back, do what we do, and set it and forget it.
This last week and also the week that's coming to be performing in schools, and this residency program is so wonderful because it really gives us a chance to connect with your community and connect with the young people in schools. And so in honor of that, what we're going to do tonight is give you guys a little glimpse into what goes on in the actual school shows. So, so feel free to be as loud as you would want, or if you want to jump up and down, you can. Yeah, so I'm going to turn it over to Bliss and Gil, who have been our tour managers and directing these shows in the school. Come on up here, y'all. Does anybody else have another question?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you guys talk about when you bring students up on stage and what kind of things you do with students on stage?
Yeah, so it was really fun. We went through a couple different aspects of what hip hop is. So Emeroy was able to explain to them like the history of locking, and he gave a demonstration, as well as led them in learning some of the movements. And Gil as well was able to talk about the history of breakdancing and provide a demonstration. And after each demonstration, when they were explaining what moves, we were each getting to pick a couple of the students and bring them up. And so that's when you get to see that whole, I want to do it, I want to do it, I want to do it, which is so cute to me because it reminds me of when I was a kid. And so an example today, a little girl like raised her hand and she was like, I picked her because I could just see her smiling face from afar, and I was like, okay, what's your name? She goes, oh, my name is Autumn. And then she goes, I'm really excited. And I go, why are you so excited? She goes, this is the first time I'm ever doing something like this. And I go, oh my goodness, you're gonna do so well. And she goes, is it difficult? And I'm like, well, it's gonna be hard, but the first time you ever do something, it's gonna be difficult. But that's when you just have to keep putting it into practice until you get better, and then you're dancing with us, right? So I think it's awesome because we get to expose them to what hip hop is all about, but we also get to show them that it takes years to get to the point of what you just got to see. We don't just wake up and say, hey, we're just gonna be performers. We dream about it, but we put into practice what we want, and then the dreams get manifested. So it's awesome for us to be able to talk to all the kids about it, show them what we're about, and let them know that if you yourself see yourself on stage, or as a performer, or as an artist, or a creative, you can get there too. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end.
I kind of wanted to piggyback on that a little bit, or make it to you. We're all students, all of us, even you guys. And you guys could be the master at your profession, but you're still a student. In these workshops, we don't only have the students come up. We have the principal come up, we have the teacher come up, we have the guidance counselor come up, and they're doing dances with us, just so it could, and then we're having the students be the teacher. So they're sitting there saying 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the teachers are doing exactly what the students are asking of them. So it's not only the students that are learning, but also the adults, the teachers, the community itself. As Gil would say, we don't want it to just be only for the young. It's all for everybody. It's the culture itself. We want it to be so diverse, and we want everybody to have the knowledge that we take from our brains. Yeah.
From the beginning.
In a theater, it's a whole other animal, right? And as well, we will have the poetry that we'll be performing tomorrow night. So
you've used the terminology B-boy and B-girling, and when I looked on the website, I saw those. What do those mean?
Let's go to, let's have mine.
Amy's got it. I'll take a stab at it, and then I am going to hand it over to Gail. But yeah, so B-boy, B-girl, like the letter B, G-I-R-L, letter B, B-O-Y. For those who, it sounds like B-E-E, but it's not. It's the letter B. So it's an acronym. Hip-hop started in the Bronx, right? So Bronx boy, Bronx girl. But depending on what OG you ask, and this is why Gil may have a very different, I don't know what Gil's answer is, it might be very different. Depending on what OG, original generation, B-boy you ask, they may have a different story. And I've heard some say that originally it was supposed to be beat boy or beat girl because they were dancing on the beat. But I've also heard that it's break boy or break girl, right? Because in the early days of hip hop, there was no hip hop music, there was funk music, and they played funk records. And they played funk records until the break of the funk song came along, and then the B-boys went crazy and got on the floor, and that made the party really hype, and then the DJs wanted more people to come to their parties, so the DJs figured out a way to have 2 records and keep that break going, play it on one record, play it on the other record, play it on one record, so the party could stay alive like all night long till the break of dawn. But that was inspired by the B-boys and the B-girls to make that happen. But yeah, so B-boys, B-girls. I often say breaking because it's just less of a mouthful, but rarely say breakdancing. That was more a term from the media.
You know, breakdancing is sort of the mainstream understood term. B-boys and B-girls is how we refer to each other as people that break. And just to expand on what she was saying. Everything she said is totally right, and I totally agree with that. From my generation, when I started doing breaking, I'm also a person that used to be a DJ, and I'm also a professional artist. Graffiti artist. Right, so I'm one of those people that, for me, what it meant and what I was told by the older people that was teaching me about this culture is, if you're a real B-boy, you're a real B-girl, you have knowledge of these 4 elements of hip-hop culture. And the 4 elements is breakdancing, graffiti art, DJing, and MCing. So you have to engage them or acknowledge them in some way, and you have to be a part of this community, right? So once again, and then the other part of that too is what we mentioned at the beginning, which is the 4 fundamental principles of hip-hop, which is peace, love, unity, and having fun. So you have to embody those things. You have to connect with your community. You have to teach the youth. You have to respect the elders, and you have to promote this culture in a real way instead of being detrimental to it. So that's what B-boy, B-girl means to me. Thank you for listening.
I learned a slightly different meaning of B-boy and B-girl.
I'm scared.
It was when I was watching the documentary Freshest Kids, and DJ Kool Herc, one of the father of hip hop, said, you know, everyone says the common meaning for break boy, break girl is you're dancing to the breaks, you're dancing onto the beat. But the way he said it is like, it's break because you're reaching a breaking point in your life, or you're broke because that's where this culture was created, where you didn't have much. So you come to this culture, it didn't matter where you're coming from, you reach a breaking point in your life to release yourself.
Break it down. B-boy. Boy, that break. It didn't come from breaks on the record. It come from this man, he broke. He went to a point, a breaking point. You understand? So we just use that exaggeration of that term to the dancing.
Workshops, and it has been super beneficial, and it piggybacks on what we were just talking about, as well as technique, and he can explain it the best because he's Emeroy.
So the dance style I do, and I love doing, is called locking. So it's not locking your doors, not anything like that. It's literally, it was founded in my hometown, Los Angeles, in the 1970s by a guy named Don Campbell. He was trying to do a dance style called Funky Chicken. Okay, trying to do that. But the thing is, he didn't know how to dance. So, you know, a lot of us see these party dances that are really popular. We try and kind of awkward at first. The result of his awkwardness resulted him in doing a lock. Yeah. So from that, the beauty of this dance is that in his experience, he created one of the most popular dances in the world, in Europe, in Japan, in the US. And I think the main thing that I really take and love about this dance is you don't have to be experienced or knowledgeable to create an entire movement.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about it.
Be yourself.
Hey.
Be yourself.
And that's what you're teaching the young. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for somebody to be like, I want to dance. I was waiting for somebody to be like, I want to dance. I want to come up on the stage and learn something. Hey, you guys want to learn some dance moves? You guys want to learn some dance moves? You sure? Come on, sit. We are not afraid of doing this, and you shouldn't either. This is what we teach to the kids. So it's great for you guys to learn exactly what we teach them.
This is turned into something else. This is awesome.
She's like, my last was here. 2, side, and 3, and 4. Boom! Give it up for Tyler! So, I want to say thank you, Quad City. Thank you very much for having us.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Have a good night.
Thank you, man.
Have a good night, man. Thank you. I appreciate you guys coming. Thanks for coming out. Thanks, I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me get up all in that space right there. Appreciate it.
Laptop.
I was gonna ask, like what you guys kind of do to kind of develop all kids to just not.
Yes. The more the merrier. And then at
times we're gonna have people come up and then dance with us as well. So we would love to have.
This is totally illegal. The tin's back there. Oh, he's like nothing but shadow.
I've been hiding in this van for 2 weeks, surviving off of crackers and old cheese and ticks. Oh my God, I'm free!
Hey, get back here!
I'm free! No, don't put me back! Don't put me back!
Making it look like we trafficked you here and shit.
So we're here back at the hotel, and Cassie, like the Filipino she is, pocketed some food.
I am a first generation. I am a first generation Filipino woman. And Miss Mela Mortiga, Francis, I'd like to call you out for this because she taught me. When they say you can't take home, yes you can. You put it in a napkin.
This is a tutorial of how to.
You hold it tight. You make sure you put it in your pocket. We got dessert. We've got cheese. We've got crackers. We've got fancy mushrooms with cheese in them. That's a meal. Filipino for life.